सो वेलकम गाइस हमारे डे 7 में। सॉरी बीच में हमारा एक दिन गैप हो गया था। मेरी तबीयत थोड़ी सी ख़राब थी। कोल्ड और फीवर हो गया था। तो आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे। वैसे मुझे ये इवेंट में मिला था पोस्ट स्टार्ट बताना कैसा है आप अपने कमेंट सेक्शंस में। हम स्टार्ट करते हैं हमारी रीडिंग। हमारा 28 पेज तक कंप्लीट हो गया था उस दिन। आज हमारी 29 से हम चालू करेंगे, जिसमें टॉपिक का नाम है ट्रांसफॉर्म सेल्फ लव इनटू एम्पैथी। हम चालू करते हैं। The law of narcissism. We all naturally possess the most remarkable tool for connecting people and attaining social power, empathy. When cultivated properly used, it can allow us to see into the moods and minds of others, giving us the power to anticipate people's actions and gently lower the resistance. This instrument, however, is blunted by our habitual self observations. We are all narcissists, some deeper on the spectrum than others. Our mission in life is to come to terms with the self love and learn how to turn our sensitivity to outward toward other instead. Sorry, guys. We must recognize at the same time the toxic narcissist among us before getting enmeshed in the dramas and poisoned by the end. When the narcissist spectrum for the moment we are born, we humans feel a never-ending need for attention. We are social animal to the core. Our survival and happiness depend on the bond we form with others. If people do not pay attention to us, we connect to them on any level. Some of this purely physical. We must have people looking at us and feel alive as those who have gone through long periods of isolation can attest. Without eye contact, we begin to doubt our existence and descend into the deep depression. But this need is also psychological. Through the quality of attention we receive from others, we feel recognized and appreciate for who we are. Our sense of self-worth depends on this, because this is so important to to the human animal. People will do almost anything to get attention, including committing crimes or attempting suicide. Look behind almost any action, you will see this need as a primary motivation in trying to satisfy our hunger of attention. However, we face an inevitable problem. This is only so much of it to go around. In the family, we have compete with our siblings, at school, with classmates, at our work, with our colleagues. The moment in which we feel recognized and appreciate the our fleeting, people can largely indifferent to our fate. Sorry, indifferent to our fate. These are even some more downright hostile and disrespectful to us. How do we handle those moments when we feel psychological or alone or even abandoned? We can double our efforts to get attention and notice. This can exhaust our energy. It can be so often have opposite effect. People who try too hard seems desperate and repulse the attention they want. Simply cannot. We simply cannot rely on others to give constant validations, and yet we are facing the dilemma from early childhood on. Most of us come up with a solution that works quite well. We create a self and image of ourselves that comfort us and make us feel validation from within. The composed of our taste, of our opinion, how we look at the world, what value in building this self image. Uh, we tend to accentuate our positive quality and explain away our flaws. We cannot go too the far in this. Our self image is to diverse from the reality. The people will make us aware of the discriminatory. We have willed out ourselves, but if it done properly, in the end, we have us in our become the center of attention. When we experience those inevitable moment when we are alone or not feeling appreciated, we can retreat to the self soothe ourselves. If we have a moment of the word depress ourselves, raise up, makes us feel worthy and even superior to others. This self-image operates a thermostat, helping us to regulate our doubts, other for the attentions and recognize we have self-esteem. This idea might seem strange. We generally take breathe. It's operate on a largely unconscious biases. We don't feel or see the thermostat as it operates. The best way to literally visualize this dynamic is look at those who lack a coherent sense of self. People we shall call deep narcissists. You can recognize deep narcissists by the following behavior pattern. If they are ever insulted to challenge. They have no defense, nothing internal to suit them or validation their worth. थैंक यू आज, आज के लिए इतना ही बस देख